Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets. Yesterday has gone to sleep, so all that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night. Time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see.
Danielle and I have been best friends for as long as I remember, ever since she was born. And we grew up, talking about our weddings, dreaming what our perfect man would be like. I just gotta say, Ty is more perfect for Danielle than she would have ever imagined, or anyone would have ever imagined. I think it was after like 3 weeks of dating, you're like, I know he's the one I'm gonna marry. I'm so in love with him, he's my person. And I could not agree more. Ty, you're perfect for her, and I'm glad it's you that she's marrying. But yeah, welcome to the family, Ty.
Obviously Danielle, my little sister, probably my best friend but biggest rival. I've also had the opportunity to work with Ty for the last couple months. But anyway, it's been a great opportunity to get to know Ty and see not everything that Danielle sees in him, but but it's been really good to get to know him, and so I'm very proud of you too. I'm not going to say too many embarrassing things. I'll let Ronnie do that later. And I love you both and wish you the best.
All of this is super fun, right? House is beautiful. We're gonna, hopefully shake our tail feathers later on this evening. But remember, the focus is the promises that you guys made to each other and to our Heavenly Father.
Everything is shiny and new right now. My words of wisdom is gonna get ugly. You can either do hard things together or you can try and do them by yourself. You'll always learn more and come through it and be stronger together.
I think they're an amazing couple. You fit very well together. Your personalities, who you are. But in all honesty, it is the sweetest blessing that life has to give. So congratulations to you two for who you are and for what you now have. And may life bless you with everything.
And I just promise you, Ty and Danielle, that commitment you made to be sealed in the temple and then to follow through and be today married, sealed for time and all eternity, is what's going to bring true happiness in this life and forever. And I just express my love for you and an honor it is for me to be your grandfather, and now Danielle to be your grandfather as well. And I just wish you the very, very best. Love you.
It is so fun to just create a home together with the person that you've chosen to be with, and there's ups and downs and there's going to be good times and hard times, but it's so fun to remember that you get to create this life with each other, and nothing makes you more happy than to be able to share a life with somebody you love.
Nothing that a mother wants more than to see their kids happy. And I remember probably about a year ago, Ty coming home at night at midnight, and he came home and I was at the computer, and he laid on the floor by me to talk, and he said, "Mom, what do you think of Danielle?" And I was like, "I really like her." "What? Why?" And he's like, I really like her." And I just knew after that, I knew that she was going to be the one from that moment on. And we're just so grateful for the Tanners for taking him in like their own and just loving him. There's nothing more than we want to see your kid be loved by other people. And we love Danielle like our own as well. She just fits in with our family, and we're just so happy to have another daughter in our family, and we love her and we love them both so much.
Well, really what I tell myself is my wife is the number one. If anybody else were to ask, I need to put her ahead. So that is my advice. Always ask yourself, remember, be a wise man. Learn from the smart man's mistakes. That I tell you, Ty, she is number one. If she asks you to do something, it's higher than if anybody else in this world would have asked you to do it, and you'll be happy. I'm so happy for both of you and love you both. We're excited to have you, Danielle.
I love the person that Danielle wants to be when she's with Ty, or that she is when she's with Ty.
And that's how I know Ty's a good guy, because she doesn't try to be anybody that she's not. She tries to be her best self to be with him, and that's what I want for them, is to be their best selves and to do that together. And I know that they're going to be great together, and I love them so much, and I'm so thankful that that Danielle is my daughter and that Ty came along for Danielle. I love you guys.
Thank you. I'm going to kind of reverse things a little bit, and thank you guys for raising such an incredible man. You're a man. And thank you for the relationship that you've allowed us to be part of. In your family, you guys have been so welcoming and so good to Danielle. So thank you so very much, and so supportive. This has been kind of a little bit of a journey to get to this point, and for all of us, it's something new, and so we've enjoyed it. So when Danielle and I sat down and talked about the seriousness of their relationship, she had so much to say, and I was just listening the whole entire time, which is an absolute lie. I think she said 2 things, and then I went off about my advice, which is what I'm not going to give here. But one of the things that we talked about is how much she knew that Ty was the one. Couldn't explain it. She couldn't put it into words, which told me and my heart and my spirit that she found the one. And then I did tell her, good, because I was going to tell you, don't let that one go. You won't find another one like him, I promise you. And as it's been already stated, these two are so right for each other. You two have so much ahead of you that's just exciting. It's awesome. I don't remember what advice you gave me the other day, Ty. I will remember it later, and I'll bring it up with you. But I was like, wow, this dude right here, he's taught me so much since coming into this relationship with Danielle. But more than anything, that someone can come into my family and love my children as much as I do. I love you both.
Okay, you may be seated. Thank you. All right, I want to welcome everybody here to this special day of Danielle and Ty. My name is Ronnie Tanner. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Danielle's uncle and now Ty's best friend, I think. So I want to thank everybody once again for being here. Some of you traveled far to get here, and these guys greatly appreciate that. So I'm very, very happy for these two. And I love Danielle dearly, and now Ty, and I'm very honored that they asked me to be standing up here doing this. And to many of you, it may look like Ty is wearing his own pants. But in reality, those are definitely not his. And at least not after today, because Danielle, as soon as we're done here, she will be wearing those pants. And Ty will do exactly as he's told. Like all other weddings I've done, I asked these two to send me a funny or embarrassing story about the other one that neither one knows about. We'll start with Danielle's story about Ty, so that we can keep the murder for the end. So she says, the story that came to my mind when Ronnie asked us to think of an embarrassing memory is one of the earlier ones of our relationship. One night, Ty was driving me home from hanging out at his house. Something had triggered me to have an anxiety attack. At the time, I was finishing up school, trying to find a job, and basically trying to figure out life. We had just barely started dating at this point, maybe 2 weeks of being together. I was having irregular anxiety attacks at the time because of everything, and he always tried to help me the best he could. Once we got home, he was able to calm me down most of the way, and I said, I Should probably get inside. This is when crap hit the fan. I got out first because I assumed I was just going to walk to the door and give him a hug, but I didn't know he was getting out too. Only problem about this, sometimes Ty forgets a small but very important step. Put the idling vehicle in park. All I remember is feeling the truck move forward and slamming the door on my leg as I hurried and tried to reach the pedals with my other leg. This got me caught in a weird squatting splits position, so basically I was stuck. Ty was able to dive into the driver's seat and stop the car by braking it with his hand. I remember standing there, my leg caught in the door, putting all my weight on my knee that was still in the truck, in almost a squat stance because I tried to reach the pedal with my other foot. After a few moments of awkward silence, I said, "So, I don't think my parents will like you if you drive a hole through the front of their house." At this point, Ty proceeded to look at the porch, right at the security camera that was sitting there, and asked, "Do you think they seen that?" I would love to say that Ty learned from this experience, but sadly this is still a regular occurrence. Okay, this is Ty's story about Danielle. We might have to all step back here. This might be the end of the wedding after this. He says, this is, and I quote, "Okay, she's going to kill me for this." I don't think this is a good way to start a story, but I'll proceed. So me, Danielle, Chase, and Jason were all hanging out watching a movie. And by the way, I had to rewrite this whole thing because it ran on and no commas and all that stuff. So I'm just kidding. Me, Danielle, Chase, and Jason were all hanging out watching a movie. Jason is hanging out with my siblings while Chase and I are talking. Danielle gets up, goes to the bathroom when I hear her say something super quiet. I didn't bother to check what she said when all of a sudden I hear a big thud. Everyone looks over to see Danielle's face first into the floor. Danielle face first into the floor. It then hit me what she had said. It was, "I'm gonna pass out." A little background about it. She used to pass out a lot, but hated to do it in public, so she would hide, which was the real reason she was going to the bathroom. She's totally fine now and taking iron pills to help. Just thought I would clarify. So then everyone rushes over, not knowing what was going on, and I slowly walk over, having dealt with it before. We flip her over. Chase and Jason are freaking out, trying to figure out what just happened and what to do. They start running little tests to see if she's okay. Danielle then wakes up to panicked friends and a bright light in her face because one of the tests was to check her pupils. It was dark, but she felt so bad and embarrassed, people had to see her pass out. She hates that story and said I'm not allowed to share it. But that's the story of when Danielle passed out face first on the floor. All right, so little words of advice. Never go to bed mad. That's my one word of advice, always. And communication is always key. And always work your personal issues out with each other. Bringing outside voices into a marriage tends to bring harder feelings to you too. And that's very important. All right, now on to the mushy stuff. Can we get the rings? Okay. Is everybody ready? Yell, is everybody ready? Yeah. All right, that's better. Okay. Do you, Ty, take Danielle to be the one you not only give love, respect, and compassion to, but also allow yourself to receive the same from?
I do.
Smart man. Do you, Danielle, take Ty to be the one you not only give love, respect, and compassion to, but also allow yourself to receive the same from?
I do.
Awesome. Okay, let's exchange rings. Ty first. That's the wrong hand. I'm just kidding. Okay, now Danielle to Ty. By the power vested in me, by the state of Utah and American Marriage Ministries, I now pronounce to you Mr. and Mrs. Traveler. Ty, you may now kiss your bride.
first time I set my eyes on you. I didn't know from the start. I didn't know how you turned my life around, or how in love I'd be with who you are. But you showed me what it means to be loved. The way you touched me, hold me quietly. You're everything I am not. And when I have you in my arms, I feel undone. So in a long way, I've come to say I love you. Well, every day I open my eyes next to you is a day I'm grateful for, because this thunderstorm of who I am, well, needs a strong woman, and that's who you are. So we'll start today and build our world together. The way we love is the way we will stand. And I know, yes I know, I will last the stormy weather. Just as long as I've got you. Touch me, hold me quietly. You're everything I am not. It's when I have you in my arms, I feel undone. So in a long way, I've come to say that you showed me what it means to be loved. The way you touch me, hold me quietly. You're everything I am not. When I have you in my arms, I feel